Chronology of the Disabled. 1859. Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection is published. Early 1900s. The U.S. begins to force sterilization upon the incarcerated and the mentally ill. November 1921. Foundations of Human Genetics and Racial Hygiene, written by Erwin Bauer, anthropologist Eugen Fischer, and geneticist Fritz Lenz, is published. November 1923. Adolf Hitler's beer hall putsch fails and he is imprisoned. In prison, he reads Foundation of Human Genetics and Racial Hygiene. January 30th, 1933. Adolf Hitler is appointed Chancellor of Germany. June 1933. German government offers interest-free loans to young Aryan couples who intend to marry, thus encouraging the creation of a master race. July 14th, 1933. German government passes the Law for the Prevention of Offspring with Hereditary Diseases, forcing sterilization upon those with physical or mental disabilities. October 18th, 1935. German government passes the Law for the Protection of Hereditary Health of the German Nation. People are required to prove that their offspring are not afflicted with any hereditary or disabling diseases. The marital health law prohibits marriage if either parent has a mental condition, hereditary disease, severe contagious disease, tuberculosis, or any venereal disease. February 6, 1936. The Reich Ministry of the Interior decrees that records for all patients in mental hospitals and institutions must include hereditary biological dates. July 18, 1939. Hitler authorizes Leonardo Conti to begin the T4 program. First center is set up in Brandenburg. August 1939. Committee for the Scientific Treatment of Severe Genetically Determined Illnesses produce a report requiring all midwives and doctors delivering deformed babies to register the children with local health authorities. October through December of 1939. The SS shoots or gases in hermetically sealed vans 4,400 incurable patients in Polish mental hospitals at Kushin and Helm-Lubelski. October 1939. Hitler issues a secret memo authorizing doctors to grant mercy deaths to patients judged incurably sick. 1940. Doctors at killing centers begin to use carbon monoxide gas to kill the patients. August 1941. The T4 program ends after public protest. January 20th, 1942. Nazi officials meet at Wannsee in Berlin to produce the fulfillment of the final solution. August 1942. Medical staff secretly resume the killings. May 29, 1945. Patients continue to be killed 33 days after U.S. troops occupy Germany. 1946 to 1974. 23 German physicians and administrators were put on trial by American military. 16 were found guilty. 7 were sentenced to death.
250,000 is the estimated amount of disabled persons killed, according to the United States Holocaust Museum. 5,000 were children. Since records were destroyed, we may never know the exact numbers of disabled victims. Nevertheless, there are other historians and physicians that surmise these estimates are higher. One example is from American psychiatrist Robert J. Lifton, who estimates that of the number of people killed in the T4 in the 14 F-13 projects, the following statistics are usually given. Adult mental patients from institutions, 80,000 to 100,000. Children in institutions, 5,000. Special action against Jews in institutions, 1,000. And those are just some. We mourn the horrifying numbers of lives lost and thank the survivor heroes like Eva Moses Core that are willing to share their stories before it is too late.